Hello friends, today we are going to discuss a philosophically beautiful, or you may call it beautifully philosophical poem by the Nightingale of India, Sarojini Devi Naidu, and the title of the poem is Indian Weavers, related with handlooms, making fabric. This is a short poem of just three stanzas, typically dealing with the three times of the day and metaphorically indicating three stages of life: the morning, the childhood, the noon or the evening when the shadows lengthen, that is to your young age or the prime time of the life, and when it is total dark night, it is the old age when we are approaching to the end of the life. As I said in the beginning, it's philosophically beautiful, and please concentrate on the colors which are used in this poem. They also give birth to a poetic device called pictorial effect or visual effect. Before we open up, let me make it clear that two concepts must be crystal clear in your mind, and they are an artist and an artisan. And what's the difference? We all respect Pandit Hariprasad Chaurasia as the flute maestro, world known artist. Artist, I am using the word. And there are many skillfully talented people who make the flutes. You cannot punch the bamboo at any random spots. The notes must be in tune. So the person who makes the flute, he is not called as an artist, he is called artisan. And the one who creates the world of music, he is called an artist. Just two Marathi words: artist is equal to kalakar or kalavant, and artisan is equal to karagir. Of course, this is the difference, or this is the distinguishing point only with the reference of performing or non-performing. Again, the word performance is also related with on the stage or in the workshop. Both of them are performances. Some get applause and some help the people who get applause. Similarly, related with the handloom makers, the fabric makers, Indian weavers. Beautiful poem. Let us start it. On the screen, you can see the first stanza. Weavers, weaving at break of day. Why do you weave a garment so gay? Gay means happy. Blue, as the wing of a halcyon wild, we weave the robes of a newborn child. Some visual images and effects will be flashed on the screen. Just have a look at them. And before we discuss this first stanza, just a little reminder that the birth, childhood, adulthood, that is young, and death, that is old, these three stages are compared with the colors. So in the first stanza, first statement is quite simple: weavers weaving at the break of day, that is the morning. Why do you weave a garment so gay? So why are you so happy while doing your job? And the natural answer is that is the beginning of life. That is a moment to enjoy. A child is born. It's the fresh day. So people are in that mood. Blue, as the wing of the halcyon wild, we weave the robes of a newborn child. The robe is normally a word used with kings and queens, but here robe is the formed dresses specially created for the kids. All in all, the first stanza is packed with jubilant, happy feelings, as it is the beginning. Do not forget the second line of the poem. Why do you weave a garment so gay? Because you will get a refrain sort of thing throughout the poem. Again, the second line of the second stanza will be, why do you weave a garment so bright? The second line of the third stanza would be, what do you weave in the moonlight chill? What, why do you weave, what do you weave? These are the questions asked. And there is also a question by the course book makers, what is the significance of these questions here? Let us move to the second stanza. Now the second stanza, it deals with the young age. Here it goes. Weavers, weaving at fall of night. Why do you weave a garment so bright? Like the plumes of a peacock, purple and green. Plumes are those soft feathers. We weave the marriage veils of a queen. Marriage veil, you can see on the screen, of a queen, that too is of a queen. So this entire second stanza is related with celebrations, moments to cherish, moments of relationships, moments when you develop, when you get into relations, you create your own world. This is the prime time of the life. Of course, talking about the poetic devices, the first stanza, it has got a typical rhyme scheme: gay, day, wild, child, A, B, B. In the end, you would be asked to find out the rhyme scheme of the remaining stanzas. I hope that you don't have any new or difficult words in the second one. The summary or the gist that you should grasp and digest is, the second stanza is describing the major part of the life in which we make our names. Our names come into inverted commas. We become somebody in the life. And that's why peacock, purple, green, marriage veils, bright garments. These are the references, the colors the poet is using here. Let us move to the final stanza. Now comes the old age. In our reference, now comes the third stanza. Weavers, weaving solemn and still. SOLEMN. Solemn is dignified, calm, serious, serene, because it's the different time of the day. What do you weave in the moonlight chill? White as a feather and white as a cloud. Color, white. White indicates many things. It may indicate peace, no doubt, but it also indicates the absence of colors, the dryness, the wrinkles. We weave a dead man's funeral shroud. SHROUD, shroud. That is a cloth in which a dead person is wrapped. So the third stanza ends on a very different note, on a different word, because it's the old age, the death is calling you, and then the colors of the dresses, the colors of the fabric, they also change. The journey that started with blue entered the realms of green and purple, quite vibrant and bright colors. Now it is white, and it is almost the end of the life, human life. The childhood, first stanza, the youth, the second stanza, and the old age, the third stanza. This is how this poem progresses with the help of color imagery. With the word imagery, let us discuss a little bit about the poetic devices employed in the poem.
3.
Simile. It has got a special place in English poetry, any poetry for that matter. In this poem, third line in the first stanza, blue as the wing. Comparison with the help of the word as. It's an example of simile. Like the plumes of a peacock. Third line, second stanza. Example of simile. Again, there is example of alliteration. Wherever you find W, many times. Weavers, weaving, why, we, weave, weavers, what, white. It is full of W's. Find out alliterations. Alliteration is identified by this organ. Then there is, as I said in the beginning, pictorial effect. The uses of different imageries and colors and color combinations, they make it lively. And yes, there is a special poetic device called apostrophe. You must have studied this earlier, that an apostrophe is such a poetic device when the poet addresses a character in the poem directly and talks with them, asks them some questions. It has happened all over the poem. So it is an extended sort of apostrophe. Whenever the poet says weavers, oh weavers, whatever, it is apostrophe. So it gives a lively and dramatic effect to the poem, as if the poet is addressing someone. It's a dialogue sort of thing. The summary of the entire poem is: human life can be interpreted in 3 stages. Lucky people experience these all 3 stages. Unfortunately, for some people, the blue color is the first and the last one. They die in the childhood. For some, it's purple and green, the final color. They say goodbye to Mother Earth in the young age. And some lucky souls can see the white. Technically speaking, they cannot see the white, others wrap them in white, but somehow they have seen the world for enough number of years. So it depends what is the length of the fabric that you are supposed to, allowed to, destined to wear and enjoy. Canvas of Life, Sarojini Devi Naidu's Color Strokes. Enjoy the poem, reread the poem, re-listen to the video, and enjoy this type of a different sort of a poem. God bless. मराठी भाषेमध्ये मुद्दाम छोटासा तुकडा जोडतोय मी, त्याच्यावर हवत नाही मला, कारण ही कविता इंग्रजीमध्ये शिकवून झालेली आहे, पण त्याच्यापुढे हे मला सांगणं गरजेचं वाटतं की ही कविता शिकवत असताना किंवा पहिल्यांदा जेव्हा वाचलं तेव्हा माझ्या डोक्यामध्ये लगेच एक गाणं घुमायला लागलं. गदी माडगुळकरांनी लिहिलेलं, बाबूजींचं आवाज आहे तो. एक धागा सुखाचा 100 धागे दुःखाचे, जरतारी हे वस्त्र मानवा तुझ्या आयुष्याचे. त्याच्यातलं जे एक कडवं आहे ते कडवं म्हणजे ही कंप्लीट पोएम आहे, ही संपूर्ण कविता आहे, मराठीत बोलतो तर ते कडवं असं आहे: मुकी अंगडी बालपणाची, ब्ल्यू कलर, रंगीत वसने तारुण्याची, ग्रीन अँड पर्पल, जीर्ण शाल मग उरे शेवटी, लेणे वार्धक्याचे, व्हाईट कलर. राहवलं नाही म्हणून सांगितलंय. याचा संबंध इंग्लिश मधून उत्तर देण्याशी काय आहे, हे किती मार्कांना आहे वगैरे प्रश्न कृपया डोक्यात सुद्धा आणू नका, कारण ऍप्रिसिएशन करतोय आपण कवितेचं, रसग्रहण करतोय. जगाभरामध्ये सर्वत्र हे मान्य आहे की तुम्ही कुठलीही नवीन वेगळ्या भाषेमधलं काही शिकत असता तेव्हा तुमच्या डोक्यामध्ये असोसिएशन्स तयार होत असतात, व्हायला हवेत, होत नसतील तर. अर्थात शिकवण्याचा तो भाग डायरेक्टली प्रोफेशनली असता कामा नये म्हणून मी तो व्हिडिओ वेगळा केला छोटासा. आणि आता हे तुम्हाला मी मुद्दाम सांगतोय, हे गाणं तुम्ही एक धागा सुखाचा जरूर ऐका.